Bandhan Bank reported a weak set of earnings for Q3. The asset quality deteriorated, slippages were elevated, net interest margins also flat sequentially, and the stock is down about 2%. Chandra, Shekhar Ghosh, the MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank, joins us now to talk more about that. Mr. Ghosh, thank you so much for joining in. This has been a quarter where a lot of banks have not only managed to improve their asset quality, but have seen a lot of strength because of the improvement that we've seen, across both corporate as well as retail credit. But despite the industry doing well, your asset quality has been under pressure. Can you tell us why that is and what is the way forward? Do you think things could get worse before it gets better, both on the slippages side as well as on gross NPAs?
Yes, thank you. The asset quality isn't very good. We are moving out from NPA. If you see that our total NPA has come down 30 basis point from 7.3 to 7%. I'm not only talking. If we see that the DPD as the group loan, and which is called the EEB credit, and this is the EEB card. The quarter-on-quarter basis this financial year, on that our DPD has come down. That means the very good portfolio has come. Second point, if you see that the out of my EEB book, 85% of the book are this financial year what we disbursed. And this loan, we are find out on that their NPA is a 0.11%, which is the out of this the book, only 35 crores is NPA. So we are seeing that whatever the early book, which is called in the time of pandemic and after the 1 year of pandemic, that book a little bit the stress, and gradually it has been coming up as a good book, which have been showing on that the NPA future is coming down.
Ghosh, can you give us some numbers? When you say NPA is coming down, your gross NPA ratio is still at 7% plus. When you say coming down, how much do you plan to bring it down by? And your slippages ratio as well has been above 4% for a while. What on those two numbers, gross NPA and slippages ratio, what is the expectation?
No, if you see that the gross NPA 8,000 crores on that. No, and the major the gross NPA is coming from the EEB book. And the all together in this, out of this EEB book, as in if you see that the before the 21, that means the financial year 2021 up to, if we see that it is a major 3,600 crores. So this if we like to remove on this one, then it will be very low NPA of the bank. So we are gradually recovering of those amount, and that will be like to show that the future is a good portfolio.
Okay, all right. Hi, Mr. Ghosh. Good morning and good to see you in. So we've discussed a fair bit about your asset quality. Let's focus on a couple of other aspects. The street is a little bit worried about the liability side. What are you going to do to shore up the deposit growth? Point number one. And also in terms of advances, loan growth, what can you guide for, say, for the end of this year as well as the next year?
If you see that the first point on that, by our deposit growth has come 15%. And we are retain our retail deposit is stronger, which is a 71%. And if we see that our it is in CASA is a 36.1%, and we shows that on that the very strong deposit growth has come to the bank compared to the industry also. So we are going to continue because of that. Couple of point is there. One point is there that we are last couple of quarters open the 500 branches, which is coming to the production in now and the future. It has been helped us on that the continue in this way to grow to the deposit book in a retail segment, including the CASA. And this is the my point is there.
Okay, what does it mean, sir? Loan growth for the year? What can you guide? If you are satisfied with your deposit growth, what kind of a loan growth are you targeting?
We are seeing that the advance growth will be already has come on the 18.6%. I hope that this financial year will be continue on that, or little bit slightly more on that.
All right. Okay, Mr. Ghosh, hi, good morning. And since we're talking about guidance, NIMs would be around, what, 7.5%? I'm talking about FY25.
No, if we see that I'm not able to talk about the FY25 because my strategic meeting is coming to the next month. So after that, I'll be like to guide it on that. But as of now, if it is a financial year 24, we are guided on that the 7 to 7.5% will be like to maintain the NIM. And if you see that the very tight in the market of the liquidity and the price also increase on that, after that also we are continue on that from the last quarter to this quarter, 7.2%. It's a very strong base because of our bad portfolio is going down and the quality of the portfolio is coming up. That have been helped us on that to maintain on this 7.2%.
Okay. Mr. Ghosh, just one point. The number of MFI customers for Bandhan fell on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Is that, could you tell us what happened and why is that?
No,
the customer count.
If you see that there is a 3 lakhs customer has come down the last quarter, and it has been happened on that. You know, the microcredit always the credit is coming the demand from the customer in the January to March, and this is the way when the customer are close the loan even in the month of in the month of December. They are not taking the loan in the December. They can be someone taken the loan in January, someone take the loan in February when their season is good. And that will be like to, again, they are coming on that time and that will be fill up on that. So this is the way happened on that. So it is not in a unnatural, it is a natural scene we have been seeing that. Second point, if you recall on that, the December is a little bit is a holiday mood. So people are normally close the loan and we are given the loan of the minimum 1 week later. So for that reason, it is also shifting to the last week of the December. All the closed loan will be eligible to the January. So in that sense, it has been shifted from month to month and sometimes it is showing on the quarter on quarter.
Mr. Ghosh, by when can we expect your refund to come in from the government under the National Credit Guarantee Trustee Company?
No, if you know that there is an audit is the details is going on, and whatever they have the need of this information, all information are provided, and we are waiting for that the final report will come, and accordingly we'll be like to get the funding.
Any kind of timeline that you're looking at? Is it expected in this calendar year itself?
We are expected in this calendar year, but of course there is some of this the few days in the later or earlier.
Okay, a calendar year, so you want to give us a quarter by when you can receive it?
No, calendar year means in that if I say that this financial year, I'm not the commit on that point of view, but I feel that this financial year, it will be come or some of the days will be like to next quarter.
Okay, so we'll keep it to calendar year for now. That is by December 2024 is what you're telling us, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, got it. A final question before we let you go. Any fundraising plans you have, say in the next 12 to around 18 months?
No, if you see that the including our the profit, we are nearly maintaining the capital adequacy is at 20%. And we feel that a very strong capital adequacy of the bank to grow in future, whatever that we are guided on that, the percentage of the advance growth. So we have not any plan to further raise the capital.
All right, we leave it at that, Mr. Ghosh. Thanks a lot for joining in. Appreciate your time here on CNBC TV18. That's Bandhan Bank. The slippages were elevated this time around. The numbers were not good, and I think the street has, taken note of that. Look at the stock down 3.5% at a time when a lot of banks are seeing an improvement in asset quality. Bandhan Bank saw a deterioration, and that's something the street didn't like. Let's do